and in that strategic plan, we have a pillar focused on revering public school educators. And in it, we lift up a number of things that we think are going to be necessary to recruit and retain educators. And I think the same is going to be true for South Carolina as it is for North Carolina. Certainly, folks focus in on compensation, right. And certainly that's something we've got to do. But one of the things that I heard, I did what we called a listening and learning tour, going around the state before we put in and developed our strategic plan. And in that, listening and learning, and by the way, we called it Mo Wants to Know. One of the things that I heard very clearly from educators is we've got to give them more time. Part of what we're doing is constantly loading more and more things on our educators, not recognizing that they already have a full plate. And so there are some schools that are doing some interesting things to take away some of those responsibilities to give them more time. I think this is another place where AI can play a role, right? Mm-hmm. So that our educators who are coming in already more equipped to deal with technology can take advantage of some of these opportunities. We've got to encourage some of that as well. There are many other things that are in that particular pillar. But hopefully that gives you some sense of things that we're focused on.
I want to, Your Honor, I want to tease the strategic plan out just for a second. And this is not it's not to play favorites or kowtow, but I think it's worthy noting that when you presented the strategic plan for DPI and yourself to the Board of Education, it was adopted unanimously. That's a rarity. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But I guess now deploying it in is where the rubber meets the road. One of the pillars is pillar number 6, lead transformative change. It's fascinating work that you and your team, but specific to that, when a business has transformative change, they talk about innovation. So how do you innovate? And particularly, how do you innovate when you've got compliance of an agency and so much, I don't want to call it layers of accountability, but you've got compliance and then you've got to innovate and yes sir, you've got to do this with less money and a budget. How do you do all that?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you so much for recognizing the vote that was taken by the State Board of Education. I am told as well that it's been many years since there's been a joint strategic plan between the State Board and the State Superintendent and DPI. And part of what we wanted to do, and what I think we were able to accomplish, is to be clear that this is even more than DPI and the State Board. This is North Carolina's plan for public education. So in fact, we're going to be looking to all of North Carolina to engage in multiple and varied ways to make this plan successful. Now, as we focus on Pillar 6, transformative change, part of the way that we're thinking about it is this. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to have to do some things where we peel off and say we have got to have some networks, and so we'll call on schools and school districts to maybe try out some things, see what works, and then see if that then can be brought to scale.